gas prices are slowly coming down here in Hawaii. It's still no bargain. The average price in the state, $4.30 for a gallon of regular.
And that's just more incentive to find alternative modes of transportation. And so our own Jill Kuramoto is live in Kailua to tell us about One Green Option, a new bike sharing program that kicks off today. Jill, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Let me pose this thought to you. How much did you pay when you last filled up your gas tank? $60, $70? For me, it was $80. And you know what? Here's some fuel for thought. For $5 a day, you can rent one of these bikes and get around town gas-free. And it's all part of Hawaii's new bike sharing program. It kicks off today, and it's going to be hopefully it's going to be a program that takes off throughout the islands. Now, Nguyen is the mastermind. He's the driving force behind these B-cycles, is what it's being called. And you know, why was Kailua picked as the first test site for these sites?
Kailua was chosen because it's a small community that's geographically contained, so we could put 2 stations and it's pretty effectively serves the community. We'd like to have as many as 8 stations in Kailua, but also primarily Kailua Ranch was very forward-thinking and donated the land for these stations to get the system off the ground. And so working with the Department of Health, Healthy Hawaii Initiative, funding the stations, and Kailua Ranch giving us the land, it was the optimal place to put the first systems.
And how successful has it been in other cities that you've seen this same kind of program?
It's been very successful in Europe and also on the mainland. Denver has been a very successful program, and they're rolling it out in New York, in Portland, in San Francisco, Boulder. So it's definitely a new trend because everywhere people are feeling the pinch of traffic congestion, and it's just a healthy way to get around.
Exactly. Okay, well, you're going to show us how easy it is to actually check out one of these bikes, right?
Yes.
So for $5 a day, you buy a pass.
Or I got this for, I just paid $50 a month, and you get this, and then you can have free unlimited rides, 30-minute rides for an entire year. So just come up to the station, you wake it up, and then slide your card. That's it.
And that's
a couple of seconds.
Ready to go, right? So you pull it out. All right, and then
right off.
These things they're all maintained, so you don't have to worry about getting a flat.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about getting a flat. You don't have to worry about getting sweaty riding your bike into town. And it's just completely convenient. You just ride where you need to go, and then you lock it back up.
Okay, all right. And so you're going to give us a little spin,
yeah.
A test drive, okay? And meanwhile, we're going to talk with Ed Krasensky, who's with Moby PCS, and they're the ones responsible for the technology behind this. And how do we make sure that these bikes don't get stolen?
So we use our Hele technology to connect the B-Cycle station to the mothership, if you will, and it watches over the inventory of the bikes, it tracks the trips, it tracks the billing part of it. So when everyone swipes the card that Wen showed, it follows it around and makes sure that the system knows what's going on.
And it also follows around so we know that where it is.
Right.
Times,
the bikes
right?
also have RFID, which is a radio frequency tag, so we can locate those bikes when or if they tend to not show back up.
Now, I know, Ed, you're a 6-time state cycle champion, so you test drove one of these things. How is that? How is one of these
surprisingly good. They're very heavy-duty built, but there's some assist built into the steering. There's a spring assist, so it centers really nice. There's a little bit of suspension to it. It's got gears, so you can go up and down little hills, and they're very, very stout. So if you happen to run into a pothole or something, it wouldn't be a problem.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right, Ed, thanks a lot. All right, so again, the launch actually is today, 10:30 today here in Kailua, and it's going to be hopefully a pilot project that takes off throughout the state, and we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it works out. Back to you guys.
And Jill, we would love to see you riding that bike when we check in with you next time.
Yeah, I did a little test drive. I'm kind of tethered to this microphone, but yeah, I can hop on right now and check one out. And yeah, let's see.
Well, we'll
yeah,
check. We'll do that. We got to go to break right now. Jill?
Go ahead, Jill. Go ahead, Jill, and we'll go out to break. I know those bikes look really, really sturdy, and for those folks who aren't really good bike riders, it looks like it could actually be really easy.
Yeah, and $50 for a year. You get unlimited rides for 30 minutes each day. Not bad.
And there she goes.
The time now is 6:21. Don't fall, Jill. Thanks for waking up with us here on KITV4. We'll be right back.